Hello, hello. I don't know what happened there. I've had to very quickly just set up an input device for my microphone. I'm not sure whether or not when we change into the next things or not, if they're going to work or not. Not a good start. Not a good start. I think we're ready to go. We're waiting for one of our players, so I'm just going to let the guys know that I'm in game, so we can crack on. Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm back. Thank you very much. We'll go straight on in, I think. So let's have a look at the gaming screen.
So we all ready?
I'm ready, yeah. Is
Ready.
Lawrence not playing?
He'll be a little bit late.
Oh, okay.
He's on his way.
Not sure why everything's not working.
Okay.
But hopefully you
So-
can hear me.
Last we left off, you guys had dealt with the psychotic abbot, who was obviously had all his minions destroyed by Strahd, including his pride and joy Vasilka, who'd pinned all his hopes and dreams on saving this valley in his twisted vision. In doing so, you encountered a new friend, who you named Vasilka for some reason. Unless you decide to change it at some point, anyway. A little rock gnome who has flung a few spells around. Certainly come to blows with Smegma as well. So we'll see how that pans out. Hopefully no more slap fights. And yeah, at this point you had descended out of the Abbey of St. Macovia in Kresk. Not sure where you were going next. You've had a tentative wedding invite, or a mention of a wedding anyway, to from you would assume Strahd and Arena's wedding.
Go storm the wedding.
Yeah. So yeah, at this point, hopefully you can see that okay, Joe?
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. Okay,
That's
so yeah, you guys are over here in Kresk at the moment. Yeah. What do you think your plan is? Bearing in mind your horse and cart were last seen with the wolf hunters who would have taken them back to Valaki.
Oh yeah.
So assuming you don't want to just be trudging everywhere on foot, that might be a place to start.
Did you want to do that?
That's pretty good as a place to start, isn't it?
So sorry, something's gone wrong with my character sheet. Just had to refresh.
Alright, no worries. Okay, so if you guys can start heading back to Valaki, anyone keeping watch at all while you're having a wander?
I don't mind keeping watch.
I'm definitely not.
Not keeping watch. Okay.
No.
Alright.
Yes,
don't
Tom.
have any
Definitely
worries
Skyrim,
about
mate.
Cool.
Definitely
Fair
Skyrim.
enough. So yeah, if you could then make 2d20 rolls for me, please.
Okay. Oh, hello. I'll scroll all the way up to the top. Wicked. Let's get that natural one out of the way, shall we?
Indeed.
Oh, let's get 2. There we go. 1 and 2.
Great rolls. Great rolls.
Start as you mean to go
What?
up.
Cool. So it's yeah, if you don't encounter anything strange, you hear some wolves howling in the distance, but nothing untoward. There's the usual mist you've become accustomed to in this land turns into a bit of light drizzle as you reach the outskirts of Valaki after about 2.5 hours or so trudging on foot, and you are greeted by some unusual sights in Valaki. So every guard wandering around, there is now a black-robed figure, sort of wandering around beside them as they do their patrols.
Good.
Black road figure.
So yeah, you see 2 or 3 of them so far. But otherwise, it seems peaceful as much as you left it. Still, obviously, the burnt out husks of some of the buildings from the purge or whatever happened previously.
Tell you what, if we ever get out of here, we're going to a flipping beach and getting some sun.
Shall we
Absolutely.
approach?
Yeah, so you guys are wandering into Valaki, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go in.
Okay, so yeah, you start wandering in. See a few of the townsfolk that you've briefly seen before. So you guys making straight for the Blue Water Inn, I assume?
Yeah, I think being a familiar place, I think if we head there first.
Okay, so yeah, you
Sounds
rock into the inn, where you see the familiar sight of I want to say Davian, but I think that's the wrong Markov. Okay, no gone. Erwin, there we go. Yeah, the familiar sight of Erwin Martikov behind the bar, who looks up and greets you warmly when he sees you enter, and he especially looks down at you, Joe, and says, I see you have made a friend. Who's this new member of your party?"
Hello. Well, they've
what-
given me a name because I'm
Huh?
not sure of my own name.
Interesting. So what is this name they've nicknamed you with?
I can't remember exactly. I've only heard it a few times. But I think they named me after a dead person.
He sort of just raises an eyebrow at that one.
His nickname's Vass. We've nicknamed him Vass.
Bass?
Short
Nobody I know.
Short for Vaseline.
Okay.
Sorry.
'Cause
That's
you're so
metagaming, I
slick.
think, isn't it?
Vaseline. So, he said, "Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Vaseline. You believe you're in good company. Please have a seat. You all look like you could do with a good strong meal and a strong drink."
Thank you.
And he's out presently with a wolf steak each
Ooh, tasty.
and a glass of wine each as well.
It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much.
And
I take a sip of the wine, sorry, and I kind of spit it everywhere because I've never had alcohol before.
I've never tried alcohol. Sorry. Are you? I may have mistaken you for a child. Would you prefer a glass of juice?
As long as it doesn't taste anything like this, yeah, that'd be good.
No worry, young one. And he takes the glass of wine and necks it himself and wanders off and comes back with a little, basically a grape juice.
Oh, sweet.
We don't get much call for this in this land, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, hope it's more palatable.
Sadly, it's not a Chinese meal, Tom.
So, my friends, last we heard tales from. Oh, hang on, I've misplaced their name as well. The name of the wolf hunters.
Give me a sec. Meeting the wolf hunters.
Zoldar and Yevgeny. There we go.
I don't think I've ever written their names down. I can't find that.
Well, Zoldar and Yevgeny have risked their lives for you. They haven't even bothered taking a note of the name.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We paid him, mind you. Their job.
So, yeah, Owen, picks up where he left off, mentioning, the Soldar and Yevgeny had returned with your horse and horses and cart, and with a tale that they left you behind some burning barrier when they saw you fighting some sort of demonic flying creatures, and decided it'd be safer to wait down the bottom of the mountain for you. So, what did you folks find up on top of the mountain?
Nothing good.
Mountainy things?
Just death.
Basically, yeah.
There's no shortage of that in this land.
Yeah, we asked them to wait for us for 24 hours. We kind of we didn't really estimate very well actually how long we were going to be. Um, are they safe and well? They returned, I'm assuming, and no harm done.
Yeah, they came back with an interesting tale, which I'm not sure any of us really believed. They do spin a good yarn, but yeah, they left the horse and cart here, and I believe they're out currently hunting at the moment.
Oh,
Maybe
fantastic.
if you're still here this evening, maybe we'll see them again.
Are these more friends?
Oh yes, we paid them to help us go visit this mountain.
Okay.
And once we were opposed by magical fire, and we asked them to wait with our horses, just so we could go on and investigate, and told them that if we're not back in 24 hours to come back and seek shelter. Yeah, I think we spent 3 days in that place, didn't we, Amber?
Well, it's good they kept to their word then.
Definitely.
Actually, did we pay them up front?
No.
We still need to pay them, don't we?
Yes.
You remember how much we agreed?
I'm just looking now.
Don't think I made a note of that, which is unlikely.
Don't know. I think there seemed to be some wheeling and dealing going on.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Possibly in the, for Mr. Smegma.
Yeah, I was going to say.
As he does so often.
It was 100 gold pieces for the night, is what I've got written here. But is that when
Okay.
we're speaking to him to start with?
Yeah. So we'll say 50 gold all in for the journey. Assuming you guys are hanging around anyway to wait for them, you could move on before they get back. Well, it is around 2 p.m. at this point.
2 p.m.
Yeah. So you,
Yeah, I
I think
don't
you've got,
really got time to go anywhere else.
yeah, you've got about 3-4 hours of
Today.
daylight. Yeah.
Have we got 50 gold
Smegma probably has.
between us? I've got some items. I don't outright have 50 gold pieces.
Same.
I have 30 on me.
Oh, that's okay, chap. You weren't part of this this trek. We won't ask you to jump in.
I can put a little bit in. It's okay.
Oh, very much appreciated.
It's
Very
alright.
much appreciated. We shall await their return before doing so.
I've got a couple of magic items I've yet to identify actually.
Oh, well, Errol pokes his head up and says, "What? Anything I can take a look at?"
Well, I've got a magic robe, which we don't know what it is, and a 5th level scroll of arcane magic, but we know what it is.
They were taken off the body of the guardian of the temple, didn't they? If I remember
So,
right. Okay, so as you're finishing off your meal, Errol takes the time to cast his identify spell. Let me just find these items.
Amber, I'm sure you used a bless type spell, which increased our hit points temporarily.
yes. It
What
was...
spell was that? How many hit points was that extra we were given?
It was aid. It was 5 extra hit points. So your total hit points went up by 5, and you had an extra 5.
That's fine, yeah, cool. So I've still got my hit point max. Cool. I'm just making sure I didn't tally up my hit point maximum, but I left that as
Yeah,
it was.
so-
That's cool.
Yeah, because that lasted 8 hours. I presume it's not been that long since we got back from Kresk.
Sorry, was that plus 10 essentially?
No. So, extra 5 to your hit point max, and then whatever your hit points were on to begin with, you added 5.
Right. Okay.
There's only an 8-hour spell, so I don't know whether it would have run out yet.
You cast that during the fight with the abbot, didn't you?
Yeah.
So that was about 4 hours ago. So
Okay, so it's still on at the moment. I've still got 2 charges of the Wand of Secrets left at the moment till we have the next rest. Oh, actually, no, that recharges at dawn. Yeah, money-wise, I'm a bit scared.
hmm. Okay, so the robe is. Let me put that in. Advisors. Is a robe of useful items. We can show into that. So basically, it's got various. It's like a normal robe, a wizard's robe. You see Errol sort of wearing, but this one has patches of slightly sparkly material dotted all over it. Yeah, basically, if you're wearing it, you can use an action to detach one of the patches, just tear it off, throw it, and that becomes the object or creature or whatever it is that it represents. So yeah, don't know who would like that, but I'll leave that to you guys to figure out.
I've already got my trusty cloak of billowing. I guess that's a robe, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, so this is more like a robe, whereas the cloak you could wear
Yeah.
over it. I don't think a robe's probably much used for Amber or Zendaya, given they wear heavy armor. But
Well, yeah.
they might want to make a change.
I mean, if no one else needs it, I can take it. I'm not sure what use a horse would be for me, because I can't really get on one, but
Be a distraction.
that's true.
You don't have to use it yourself either.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep hold of it, and it might come in handy.
Okay. With these patches, once you take one off, is that just that one used up, and you can use them all, or?
Yeah, so each patch corresponds to one of those items.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, once you've used it, we cross it off the list, basically.
Damn. It's pretty strong.
Pretty cool item. Pretty cool item. And the other thing was a scroll, wasn't it, if I remember right?
Yeah, spell scroll,
Yeah.
moonbeam.
No.
Oh, sorry, that we
that's one of the
found,
patches. Yeah, sorry, it's the other one was a scroll on the.
It's a 5th level arcane.
I completely lost my note as to what that spelled.
Death ward, guardian of faith.
Yeah. I knew I should have rebooted my computer the other day. Lost all my notes, all my bookmarks. Dear me. Okay. Memory serves I just randomly rolled for it anyway, so just do that quickly. 5 spells. Ah, interesting. Okay, it's a scroll of pass wall. So let me put that on a thing for you. So Let's do that. And and show the clouds. Scroll of Password. So yeah, you can create a point on a wall or stone surface or floor, and basically create an opening.
Cool.
So
Okay.
basically, you can tunnel a hole through a wall or a floor.
When it says class as wizard, do we have to be a wizard?
So it's an arcane spell, so
Gotcha.
yeah, so wizard or sorcerer would be able to cast it. So inadvertently, all this loot is going to go. That's typical. Although it was an arcane spellcaster you killed to get it, so it makes some sense.
Indeed, indeed.
Okay, so
Got
Yeah.
to equip this robe somehow, or is it just going to be...
yeah, you can just put it on. It doesn't require attunement.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just whack it on, strip naked, put this one on.
Actually naked in front of everyone.
Yes, I have
Okay.
no shame.
Whoa,
Fair enough.
turn away. Amber, don't look.
What?
Yeah, not even going to repeat what I've just seen.
Yeah, you hear a crash from the kitchen as Erwin's wife just came through with a plate of some sort for somebody, one of the other customers, and just suddenly saw this naked gnome the inn. Just mumbles under her breath about weird outsiders, and goes back cleaning up.
You have no shame, do you?
What? What's the problem? Have I caused some offence?
You're in front of several women. You've just exposed yourself.
I don't know what women are.
I don't know if that's a compliment, sorry, or an insult rather, or just ignorance. Not sure which.
Absolutely ignorant.
Okay.
I've been living on my own, underground, for all my life. I'm sorry if I caused some offence to anyone.
Oh, we've got a lot to teach you.
Just, yeah, don't expose that in public again in front of people.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind.
Yeah, not something generally people would like to see.
Excuse me? Anyway.
Okay. So you guys just basically going to be resting here overnight. I assume going to hole up and
Yeah.
have yourselves
Yes,
along there.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So yeah, yeah, it's an uneventful evening. You have plenty of drinks. You have a chat or two with some of the locals and Erwin, who does seem to ask a few questions about what your intentions are, as to where you're heading next, possibly. Whether or not you wish to relay anything to him, I'll leave to you.
Should we tell him?
Who's this Erwin again, sorry?
He's the innkeeper.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to refrain from saying anything because I don't really know him or
You don't know
what
what's
we're
happening.
doing or what I'm doing, really.
Who am I? What am I? Where am I
Yeah,
from?
exactly.
Should we let him know? Just
he seems to have been a good guy so far, so...
do we want to let him know anything about Arena?
What's the worst that can happen at the moment, to be fair?
I guess we could ask him if he's heard anything about a wedding.
Yeah, it's worth it. And also the weird black-robed guys that seem to be following
Oh,
around all
yeah.
the guards as well.
Yeah, let's start with that. So, did you want to ask him?
You go ahead.
Hello. Sorry, we're just muttering amongst ourselves, you know. Yesterday when we came, we noticed these black-robed figures following the guards. Who or what are they?
He sort of looks around and sort of bows his head in closer to you all. They are working for Lady Vocta. She has some new friends. Um, I think they're witches.
You think they're witches? I'll keep my voice down when.
Yes. There's been rumours for years that Lady Vocta was interested in some of the darker magical arts. But these rumours always come and go about various people. The Baron's son, for instance, was rumoured to be experimenting on some of the staff in his house, but nothing was ever proven. Um, there may be some truth to it. I'm not sure, but certainly there've been tales that troublemakers have been disappeared by these folks in the black robes, and have come back a day or so later, a bit different.
Hmm.
Is there any such people in? I say I'm whispering. Is there any such people in this inn that have come back?
No. Nobody I know very well myself. Generally, the troublemakers cause trouble for everyone, so I have generally made it clear that they're not to enter the inn.
Hmm. I think we should try and locate one of these people who've gone away and come back changed.
How long
Might be able
have
to get something from them.
these witches been in here or around here?
They started appearing on patrol with the guards. And he sort of thinks, oh, that would be the day after you rode for the temple. Oh, sorry, the mountain. You wouldn't know about the temple unless you told him.
I'm gonna just look over to Amber and just mouth, "When Strahd took Arena."
Shit, yeah.
Oh, okay. No, they haven't caused any trouble. They're obviously just working with the guards, as it seems. Is that a fair assumption at this time to make?
Certainly seems so. I've seen nothing personally that indicates they're causing trouble in any direction. They've certainly not caused me any trouble.
Okay. Any other unusual things been happening since our adventure?
No. So I was finally getting back to normal a little after the events with the Burgomaster, and the cleaning up that Lady Vocta's friends had to do.
No, glad nothing too crazy's happened, other than witches, of course. But did we want to elaborate on any of our adventures or not? Or are we happy to not tell him at this point?
I'm happy to not tell him.
Have you heard any news of a wedding that's happening?
A wedding? No, I'm afraid not. Such a joyous event would be certainly big news around here.
No, I'm sure we were nearby Kresk, and I'm sure I caught wind of somebody saying something about a wedding, but maybe I misheard. As you say, it would probably be a big event where everyone would know.
Certainly this one would be.
He sort of looks at you strangely at that mention, Amber.
Sorry, just thinking out loud.
Just Is there anybody else in the inn that we recognise?
Not at the moment, no. So it's about 10 o'clock at night at this point. The wolf hunters haven't shown up as of yet. Um, but yeah, you've seen a few townspeople. Just a couple of them just drinking quietly in a corner, not really talking. Very little talk anyway between themselves.
So, having a brain fart, did we get the thing that we wanted from the temple in the end? What did we go up there for?
You did, yes, the Spellbook of the Mad Mage.
Ah, yeah, that's alright then. That's cool. I'm suddenly thinking, shit, did we go up there and actually not get what we wanted to get? We're like, oh, crap.
Just have to go back. I
Should
can't
we,
remember who has it actually at the moment.
I think I do. I'm just double checking.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Mad Mage spellbook.
Cool.
Cool. So shall we rest for the night and see if the wolf hunters are here in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah, see if we can see him at breakfast.
Okay. You guys prepared to retreat for the evening? Anyone keeping watch or anything like that? Or
I wanted to when
what-
I was in the
what sleep
room.
arrangements do you want? Yeah.
When I was in the room, I was going to have a little look, just glance over the Mad Mage's spellbook, see if any of it makes sense at all, or if it's just all arcane, as it were.
Yeah, it's definitely all arcane.
Yeah.
Make an intelligence check.
Okie dokie.
It's all mad.
Why can't I find there's intelligence right there in big letters?
Oh,
Oh, natural 20.
yeah, nice. There you go.
I'm having a wisdom. I'm rolling a 1, rolling a 2, and then rolling a 20. I like it.
Indeed. Good go. So yeah, you have no familiarity with what it is, but you reason out pretty quickly that even if you could read the arcane runes, the Mad Mage seemed canny enough that he would probably have it written in some sort of code anyway.
Okay.
What room are we getting? Are we in like separate rooms? What's? Are we
We had
decided?
2 rooms before, didn't we, if I remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 5 of you now, though.
Yes. Well, Amber and I could take one room, and yourself, Errol, and Smegma could take the second.
I'd rather be without the half orc in my room.
That's
Dude, he's right beside you.
that's cool. That's
I
cool.
know.
So, were you going to take a room just on your own?
Yeah, I'll pay for my own room.
Okay.
I'm used to sleeping alone.
Okay. Can you? Hang on a second. Just make a perception check for me, Joe.
Perception. Oh dear.
Hang on, is it perception?
Why does it break your roll down into 2 separate?
I think Andrew's done something funky.
Yeah, I
So,
think I changed character sheet settings compared to everyone else's, so it rolls advantage automatically or disadvantage automatically. So I always take the one on the left, unless I'm literally called. So I'd probably do that to everyone else's next time we create characters. I think it requires a new character sheet to be created to get up.
Fair enough.
So 10. Okay.
You can take the one on the right if you want.
Just want to say thank
No,
you for
I'm sorry.
everyone who's
Nice
who's
try,
watching
though.
at the moment. Really appreciate you coming here, and yeah, we should have our next player coming back pretty shortly, I think. But yeah, feel free to say hello in the chat. It'd be great to see who's here, and yeah, we'll carry on and see what the morning brings.
That is the wrong character. There we go. I think I've actually asked you to roll the wrong thing anyway.
Okay.
Where are we? I did indeed.
Dun, dun, dun.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, in fact.
Oh. No. Oh.
Wah, wah. Wisdom saving throw. He's got me worried now.
Okay.
I'm like the least wise person you'll ever meet.
So, yeah, you guys all have a fairly restful night's sleep. Come to the following morning. Yeah, Amarins and I all woken by the sound of knocking, sort of semi-frantic knocking at your door.
Amber, do you want me to get that? Or?
For the record, are you sleeping in your armour or not? This is a rule I keep forgetting to check on, you know.
That's a good thought, isn't it? I think it would be unreasonable to say we are sleeping in armour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we have to say no. I don't know what my armour gives me to my AC, actually. That's a...
So your armour is by default 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your whatever you get from your armour.
That's what I mean. I'm just quickly looking for my armour. Whilst I'm doing that, Amber, I'll just throw on a t-shirt or something and run to the door.
T-shirt.
Who is it?
It's a friend. Just open the door.
It's a...
We have no friends.
Can I make an insight check on how they've said that to see if I deem them to be...
Yeah, go on then.
where's insight? Insight...
Yeah, you think they're being sincere, and you're pretty sure you recognise the voice as Ezmerelda.
Yeah.
Okay, I will open the door and just peek in just to see if I can clarify my assumptions, being Ezmerelda.
Yeah, you see Ezmerelda with her peg leg, just kind of her head pulled up, is looking over her shoulder down the corridor. Just please let me in.
Okay, I'll swing the door open and shut it swiftly behind her.
Sweeps into the room very quickly. Just thank you. And she pulls her hood back. You can see she's got a bit of a scar forming above one eye from a wound that's fairly fresh. Says, where have you people been?
Sophie,
I've been looking for you for days.
I don't think I can give you the utility robe, I'm afraid.
I've been rather stuck up a mountain.
Yeah, we went to the Amber Temple.
Really? She gives you a sort of a look of respect. I've heard that place is full of nightmares.
Yes, I would totally agree with that.
Yep.
In fact, have you guys got a couple of minutes? I need to get something off my chest.
Okay.
So, Amber, please forgive me, but when we were in the Amber Temple, Ezmerelda, we lost Arena. Strahd knew we were there, and during a watch, I saw him holding Arena, and in a moment of I wouldn't say confusion. I was a bit torn between what decisions to make, in trusting too much trust and faith in the abbot, who advised us not to mess with his plans and not to mess with Strahd. I had seen that he had seemingly sunken his teeth into Arena's neck, and she looked totally dead, drained, and just... I froze, and instead of acting, I let Strahd take Arena, and I feel like I may have done a wrong decision, especially after how the abbot turned on us, and thought you might be wondering why he was calling me a traitor. I can only assume that he knows what truly happened, and I just needed to get it off my chest.
Okay.
Yeah, Esmeralda just sort of nods. And it was interesting. could explain how we managed to sneak into the castle without any difficulties.
You've snuck into the castle.
Yes, I believe during our last conversation you mentioned that you needed to acquire the certain dragon skull, and that you had made friends with a particularly powerful mage in these parts, who I have tracked down. Together, we decided to do a bit of reconnaissance and found the castle seemingly completely undefended a couple of days ago. She beckons you over to the window and points down to the courtyard below. You can see your cart is out there and has a sheep wrapped in some kind of blanket on the back of it now that is approximately the size of the dragon skull you saw.
Well, bloody hell.
So this might help. However, with Arena in the devil's grasp, this could get interesting. The dark powers will not allow him to fulfill his dream of marrying her. They will intervene somehow.
Did we ever tell you why we needed the dragon skull?
No. I assume it had something to do with Argynvostholt, where we met.
Yes, you assume correct. We were actually looking for a very powerful weapon. And it was the sword that Strahd's brother had. We were told that if we could retrieve the dragon skull, that we may be able to be given the fabled sun sword, of which was wielded. Sorry, it wasn't by his brother, but it was his greatest rival, which might have been his brother. But yes. So we may be able to go to Argynvostholt and return the dragon skull, and in return receive a mighty powerful weapon in the in our battle with Strahd and his defeat.
Indeed. Certainly could prove a very useful tool. Um, hmm.
I, I don't blame you for the arena thing. I think I probably would have done the same thing. I know we were very torn as to whether we were going to help the abbot or not, so...
I know, but it stays with me. I feel like I acted in the wrong manner. I put too much faith in the abbot because he believes in my deity, and it's all seemingly for nothing at this point.
You just hear a voice from the other side of the door that you recognise as Smegma's saying, "I'm sorry she lived as long as she did."
Smegma, come in.
He just pushes the door too. Errol's out there in the corridor as well. We heard voices. We were concerned.
I guess you heard all of that, did you guys?
Enough.
Enough. I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
Smegma just shrugs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely a
Not just
decision
that.
that I regret, and I'm sorry for that.
So at this point,
Still
Amber.
trust you more than Smigba.
Amber, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Okay.
Well, okay. Okay, so at this point, Ezmerelda pulls her hood back up. Says, I feel it would be good to get eyes on the castle once more if Strahd has arena. As I say, the Dark Powers will not let the marriage go ahead. They will intervene. When that happens, Strahd's wrath will be great. An early warning might prove useful.
Is there something in particular that you're looking for, or looking out for?
Just some signs that the devil is on the move. Yes, I'll keep an eye on the place. If I see you making a move of your own on the castle, I will come and assist best I can.
Do we want to give Ezmerelda the spell scroll that we can't use?
Could do. Yeah.
Which one's that?
The one that we had just identified just a few moments ago.
Oh, Passwall.
The Passwall, yeah. Can she use that?
She can use arcane spells. Yeah.
Oh, actually, Errol can use it at the time being as well, can't he? But
Yeah, as can Baz.
You know?
Yeah. It's an
Oh,
arcane
okay.
spell.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
realise
yeah.
that.
Oh.
Still cast arcane spells. So.
In which case,
Nice.
we'll I'll retract that statement and we'll let him have it.
Am I still in my room?
Are you still in your room? I don't know. You could well have wandered out at this point. You would have certainly heard the voices.
Can I just ask? There's no map at the moment, right? I can just see the overall map.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll come out of my room just after hearing some voices. Slept surprisingly well, actually. Come down the corridor. Hey guys.
Hey, Vass, how you doing?
Errol will pat you on the
Pretty
head.
good.
Nice to see you dressed.
Oh yeah, I'd never specified that.
We're not. at the
I
moment.
know.
No, I slept in all of my gear because I'm now very conscious about showing any skin.
Just turn into a never nude.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You're actually wearing more than we are at the moment.
Yeah, guys, can we just have a couple of minutes just to... Well, I say a couple of minutes, about 10, 15 minutes just to get back into our armour and all that jazz, and will I meet you downstairs?
Yeah, I thought you said that people shouldn't be undressed, and now you are.
Well, everyone's come and sort of had a bedroom party raid and just, yeah.
Bye-bye.
We let one person in and then there was
You
5.
You don't sleep in all your clothes?
Not the armour, it's a little bit
God damn
difficult
it.
to... yeah, usually you go down to like a base layer, you know, so...
Okay. I'm still working the kinks out.
Yeah, that's cool, we'll
It was very hot last night.
I can imagine. I'm just going to point to my armour and go, imagine sleeping in that.
Bloody hell.
I like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's get suited and booted. And,
Cool.
Make sure that we've all done our long rest and put all our spell slots and hit points,
Yes.
etc.
Yeah, so recover your hit points.
Do you reckon our hit points gone down now because that spell's worn off?
Correct, yeah,
Yeah.
your max, yeah.
I'm good, I'm not that good.
So, are you guys going to have some breakfast in the inn before you head off?
Yes, I think we should have some
Yeah.
breakfast in the end. We need to see if those wolf hunters are back as well, can't we?
They are indeed downstairs having a breakfast at the moment, and they stand and give you a deep bow of being slightly impressed, having survived the temple.
Good morning.
We did not expect to see you again, but we brought your horse and cart back here as promised.
Thank you.
Mm.
It is very much appreciated that you held up your end of the deal, to which we must pay you
Yeah, Zoldas brightens up at the mention of payment.
Can I
Says,
just ask?
yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Would my character know how to use this robe? Useful items.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
identified. So, yeah, when Earl described it, he would, told you how to
Okay,
use it.
cool.
So yes, we need to. I can't quite recall what we agreed the payment was. I think Smegma was doing all of the dealing, and I kind of zoned out, if I'm honest.
Yeah, 50 gold pieces, please.
50 gold, no worries. Who's got actual gold pieces on them?
We can accept gems or jewellery if need be.
Well, I do have 2 gold rings.
Can I rip the patch off, the gold patch, off my robe?
Absolutely. As you
throw it
do,
on the
it
floor?
starts to tinkle from coins. You literally just drop it on the floor.
Or like on a nearby table. And
Okay, on the table, it just makes a
Yeah,
thump.
yeah.
I could just picture ting 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 ting. ting.
And a couple of gold coins spill out the side.
And then I'll say, because that's 100 gold coins, isn't it? No.
Yeah. So
Oh shit. I don't know if I want to give that all away.
No, 150.
you don't have to. You can then pocket the other 50.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll give them a 50. I'll fork it up.
I'm gonna look a little bit bewildered at A, how awesome this robe is, but B, the fact that you've just stumped up the whole amount. I was like, thank you.
No worries.
This is a very generous no.
Yes.
Shall I just add that? I can add that 50 to my gold.
Just add 50 gold, to your thing.
Okay.
And what I will do is I can amend the handout. I'll just remove that patch from it. So we'll have the bag of 100 gold pieces.
Cool.
Curious to see what you do with the rest.
I've got a few ideas.
So yeah, you guys have a bite to eat for breakfast. A bit of oatmeal. Ezmerelda pulls her hood back up and just says, "I will head off at once to the castle to keep an eye out. I hope I will see you again soon. Please be careful, and if you can, retrieve that sword. It sounds vitally important."
Yes, I think that's what we need to do.
Because your friend the mage, he is waiting with the item.
Yes, I will give a knowing nod. And
With that, she sweeps out of the room.
gone. So, guys,
And just for Joe's reference,
Hmm.
that is what she looks like.
She's very
Okay.
badass as well.
That's pretty cool.
she
What's her
drops
leg?
spells.
Yeah.
She a peg leg. You think I'm joking?
Yeah.
That's a cool leg, no?
Yeah.
Right. Everybody cool at the moment?
Uh,
Yeah.
yes, I think so.
So, we've got to give the mage his
Can-
book.
Yes, we have, and we need to see if we can go get this dragon skull delivered.
What were you going to say?
Can we go somewhere where I can try and sell some items? I have lots of items that are worth some gold and things, but I just seem to be carrying them around with me. And
So convert it to cash.
yes, I think the cash might be a little bit more useful rather than.
Yeah, go ye olde cash converters.
So you can ask Erwin if there is such a place in Malaki. There is. He directs you to this little shop Basically very well guarded, with these thick iron bars across like a counter. There's this thin Weasley man behind the counter with little spectacles on. He's quite happy to make the exchange.
Oh, good.
Won't give you full rates, of course, but
Yes, indeed. I totally appreciate that.
converting.
Is there anything? Can I, looking around the shop, can I see what he usually deals with, just to make sure it's going to have any use?
He has nothing on display.
Nothing on display.
No.
Ooh.
That's weird.
I will just simply say to him, if I was to want to just sell some things, do you actually have any stock I could possibly buy as well? You seem a bit bare.
My trade is in gold for jewellery.
Oh, okay. I have these here 2 gold rings.
Let me have a look. And he pulls out this sort of a small magnifying glass. Thank you for random commentary from the other half. Got to correct me here.
Wild commentary appeared.
Yeah. And yeah, hold his hand out for the rings.
Yep, let's go tink tink.
Cool. So, which rings are these?
For your reference, I have them on here as worth 25 gold pieces each.
25 gold each? Okay. So I will offer you 15 each.
15 each? I think that's quite reasonable. Let me see what else I might have here. I'm going to sort of shuffle looking around. Yes. This isn't quite jewellery, but I have this golden candelabra here. And I'm going to pull it out. So, is this of any use to you? I don't know if you'd use it for just the melting the gold down, or...
Candelabra. Any idea how much that is?
I've got 2 of them here, and they're apparently at 500 gold pieces each. I can't remember where we got these from.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just trying to see if I've written that in my notes.
No, that's cool. I believe you. I believe you. This place, as you've probably noticed, doesn't have much in the way of gold coins floating around to nick, but there are certainly items of very great value.
Yeah.
So these, he scratches his chin after examining them. Says, I will offer you 300 each.
Okay. Nobody else has any use for these candelabras, do we?
Not unless we're planning on,
Fine dining?
dinner party.
Romantic deal between Smegma and Vas, maybe?
Excuse me?
Yeah, I don't see it happening somehow.
Brilliant. Okay. I think 300. And you say 15 each for the rings? Okay. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, I'll go with just those 2. Yeah, so 330 gold. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Nice.
And so yes, I'll hand over those and look expectantly.
Yeah, he gives you the gold.
Thank you very much. Let's get rid of those.
Can I ask if what he's selling? If he's selling anything magical?
Afraid I do not carry stock that I part with. You want the general store down the street.
Okay.
And that's the general store the rest of you have been in previously, which seemed to have a bit of a markup, but only didn't sell anything magical, just some basic sort of adventuring gear and the like.
Do we need any more rope anymore? Because I know we used a bit. Didn't we?
Oh, that's a good point.
Actually, I still have rope.
I don't have much at all, I don't think, on little bits and bobs. Have we
Is it
still got
worth-
our winter clothing, by the way?
You
Oh,
do, yeah.
We do, cool.
Obviously, Baz does not.
I've got a winter blanket.
Well, there you go then. So what, you want to buy some more rope? What
Yeah,
what you're hinting at?
Case.
We pull up a price list. So do you want hemp or silk?
Hemp will do. I don't think we're needing to go fancy climbing.
Okay, so you can buy 50 feet for 2 gold.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab another 50 foot unless anybody else wants to take it.
No, it's all good. How much was the rope?
2 gold for
2
50
gold.
feet.
What do we want the rope for? Just for climbing, isn't it? You say potentially.
Yeah, it's always useful.
Maybe some light bondage, depending on how things pan out.
Eh,
Who knows?
we did end up with everybody in our room, I suppose. So
Yeah. You say you might want silk for that kind of
I
scenario.
was going to say, yeah, this
True.
one, this one's a little bit more painful, but
well, you know, dwarves.
Oh god.
abort, abort.
Brilliant. Okay.
Second
So-
time I get banned.
Anything else you? Second time you're going to get banned.
No, well, we were joking last week, weren't we? The second
yeah,
time
yeah.
that we're going down that route. Stop.
Abort.
Just a quick general question, DM, please. I'm
Okay.
looking at the armor side of things, so I can see my splint armor gives me an armor class of 17. I don't get any other additions except for with my shield, do I?
Correct. Unless you've got some magic. of
I've got
sort.
some. For some reason, my armor class says it's 18,
So you've got splint mail. Let me have a look.
and I feel like I can't unless I'm just looking over my traits just to see whether or not I.
Some splint armor is. Armor. So, splint armor is 17. Yeah. Where are you getting that +1 from?
Unless it was a 16 from when I had my previous armor, which is
You
chainmail.
had chainmail before, didn't you? Yeah, that was 16.
I don't think I'd have put it up to 18 though. I'd have remembered to add the 8. That's why I just wondered where I've got the +1 from. But
Not got it
maybe we'll look at it.
your equipment still, have you?
Sorry?
Have you still got it as equipped in your equipment?
Have
Having
got,
2 suits of armor.
yeah, apparently so. Well, I was definitely wearing the chainmail. Splint mail. Yeah, no. I'm not sure. Don't worry, maybe we'll discuss it after at the end.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just
Fine.
confused.
Fine. Okay. So, any more shopping or anything like that you want to try and do in town?
Is there anywhere I could sell some armor?
Yes, absolutely. The adventuring supplies place will certainly take it. What type of armor is it you're trying to sell?
It is the chainmail that I've got rather than my
It is
splint.
chainmail.
Yeah.
I could do with getting rid of my old stuff as well, actually.
What other shops are there in the town?
This is pretty much it, really.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not much in the way of magic stuff, I'm afraid, in this place.
Okay.
Most magical stuff ends up in the hands of Strahd.
Nice.
Because he's nice like that.
Yeah. Exactly what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, they'll have weapons and stuff in that shop as well, won't they? So,
Armor. So, sorry, your chain shirt, they'll offer you 30 gold pieces for.
Nice.
That's a reasonable nick.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yep. Get rid of mine as well.
30,
Cool.
that was cool. Well, that's definitely a light off my a load off my back now. Whew. Only come down by a third of my total weight I've been carrying.
Oh, can I get rid of battle axe as well?
A plain old battle axe.
Yep.
So yeah, they look it over. It's a bit worn. I'll give you 4 gold for it.
Yeah, it'll do.
It'll do. I have a shield here. Would that be any interest to sell?
Just a basic shield.
Just a basic shield.
Oh, because you got your fancy one, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah, they'll offer you 4 gold for that as well. It's a bit worn as well.
Here's a bit worn.
What sort of things were you interested in trying to buy, Joe, out of interest?
I was just querying, to be honest,
Ah,
if there's
you-
anything
you-
cool.
Do a bit of magical browsing.
Yes, yeah. Nothing
Fair
specific.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, unfortunately, it's nothing like that in this place.
That's cool.
Okay.
What's Is there a great? This is two-handed. Ignore me. That's fine.
Anything else?
Yeah, I think I'm good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that.
Sniggler is going to buy some more silver crossbow bolts. He can't make it at all now, by the way, tonight.
Oh, can you not?
Yeah, sends his apologies.
Okay.
I hope at least he's watching.
Hello.
Oh, can I also? I've got just a plain old mace here. If happy with anywhere like 2 gold pieces, perhaps.
Sorry, what do you want?
To
Sorry?
sell a mace, if I may. Just
A mace.
plain old
A
mace.
basic mace.
Yes.
Not generally worth a great deal. Where are they? Mason list somewhere.
I got that they cost 5 gold pieces. I'm assuming they sell for like 1 or 2 at most.
I'll offer you 1.
I'll go. Yeah, I'm happy with 1.
Wasn't a fancy one, just a very basic one.
Yes. I've got just for reference, I've got the abbot's mace, which is what I'm keeping hold of.
Ah, cool. Doesn't do anything different. Just
No,
a bit
I
more
know.
decorative.
I'm gonna make. It's gonna. Yeah, we'll see what happens when I use it.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. I think that's pretty much me done.
Okay. So you're going to go back to your horse and cart, yeah, to visit the Mad Mage. Probably wondering what's going on now.
Yes. Well, thank shopkeeper. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Shall we?
Need some retail therapy.
Us girls, we do like to shop. Shall we head back to the cart, guys?
Let's go.
Something else you want? Anyone? So, as you step outside the shop, actually, you realise the horse and cart is already there and sat in the front, looking at you with a look of disgruntlement. Is the Mad Mage? As we really shouldn't be waiting around with such valuable cargo.
Apologies.
I
Apologies.
hope you're all finished with your little shopping expedition. It's sort of very disapprovingly.
I have no idea the amount of crap that we picked up while we were up there.
I don't think that's gonna help. Yes. Let's get into the cart. We've got some things to discuss.
Okay, cool. So you'll clamber aboard, and you can quite clearly see this is definitely a dragon's skull under the blanket. Now you're this close. And the mage just turns around to look at you, Zendaya, and did you find it?
Well, I was going to try and say I'll make your day because you seem a little bit distressed. Obviously, I can understand why, but yes, we found it, and I'll go into my backpack and I'll hold it out and go, here you go, this is what you're looking for, and I'll sort of do it discreetly so people around us probably can't see what we're doing, but
Oh, he gratefully takes it from you and says, "Oh, old friend, it's good to see you once more." Sort of passes a hand over it and it glows faintly.
whoa, I like it. I'm just going to
thumb
remove
through a couple of the pages. It says, "It appears to be intact. Just hope the devil Strahd did not manage to crack my cipher."
your cipher. I did think that it looked a bit cryptic, although I still couldn't understand what on earth it was talking about.
It never pays to leave your most powerful tricks in an easy-to-read format. You don't get to live to my age being careless. As he says that, he then cracks the whip and the horses lurch into a run.
Oofed.
And he nearly gets thrown backwards into the cart. Apologies. So, where are you guys heading at this point? He seemed keen to head straight for Argynvost, but or Argynvost Holt, sorry. But whether you guys have other ideas?
I'm happy for us to head that way if you guys are.
Yeah, I think that was where I was going to suggest heading for anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm coming along no matter what, so.
No matter what.
So, as you're riding, he strikes up a conversation with you, Joe. Says, "I sense great power within you, small one. Tell me, how does your magic manifest?"
I mean, it manifests, and it's powerful, but whether I make the decisions for it to manifest is another question. So I'm basically saying I have no idea.
Tell you what, and he starts casting something, and you see this, like basically this bullseye just floating about 50 feet away off the side of the cart as you're rattling along. Says, "Can you shoot that? It's blasted with a bit of fire or something."
Okay.
I think you've got firebolt as a
I do,
cantrip.
yes.
Yeah. So,
Alright. Firebolt.
yeah, because they don't cost you a spell slot or anything. So yeah, just make your attack roll with that. Oh, hello.
Is that a natural one?
That is a natural one.
God,
Wild
we go.
magic.
cart sets on fire.
Wild magic.
Perfect.
That absolutely is amazing. Okay, so
I can't wait.
we finally get to roll on the wild magic table.
Oh no.
All right then, Joe. Do you want to roll a D100?
Ooh, yes.
Slash
I
R
do.
D100. $35. Okay.
Uh-oh.
You aim your hand towards the target.
Can I try and act really triumphant? Like I'm gonna hit it. I let my cloak of billowing go as well as I.
Oh yeah, so your cloak makes a heroic
My
pose.
chest is puffed out, I'm ready
Yeah.
to shoot out of my hand.
Yeah, yeah, and the rest of you see the cloak is making this heroic pose, fluttering in the breeze in the opposite direction to where the breeze is blowing. It's awesome.
What the hell?
And then this beam of a bolt of fire shoots out, and then there's like a bit of feedback in your hand. I need you to roll a D10, please.
Oh
Joe.
no.
Oh no.
8. Okay, and as you do that, you get a bit of feedback in your arm jolts, and the firebolt misses by a mile. And to everyone else, little Vaz looks like he's aged approximately 8 years.
Okay.
Is he facing away from us at this point? So
No, you can see that he's sort of got a greyed somewhat within the space of a couple of seconds, just at the temples, and
That,
some
Baz,
slight wrinkles at the corners of the eyes.
Look, I did warn you, okay? This stuff happens.
what have you done?
What? I just missed.
Yeah, you've just missed like nearly 10 years of your life.
Oh, not again.
So the Mad Mage just chuckles under his breath and says, "Oh, wild magic. It's always unpredictable. You'll do well to keep an eye on this one, for his sake and yours."
What do you mean again?
It's always
You don't want to know.
This always happens.
Luckily, I've been alone my whole life, so things haven't been witnessed by many.
Ah,
Well,
wow.
the cloak thing was impressive, but yeah.
I was hoping the whole thing would be, but
Oh no, I'm
There's so many
thoroughly
other things that could have happened there.
I'm thoroughly impressed to a degree.
I love how that was a natural one. That was spot on.
just after I said that it happens, things happen randomly out of my control.
So, Vaz, how old are you, or were you, or yeah,
I'm meant to be.
meant to be?
I haven't actually figured out how old I am.
You might not know at this point
No,
because
I don't- I'm not-
that particular surge can make you younger as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how old I am. This has happened a few times, back and forth. What's the general lifespan for a rock node, do you know?
We can find out.
Be interested.
Looms. So, generally, they can live to 350 to 500 years.
Bloody hell.
Generally become a true adult by about age 40.
Okay.
Just looking at
Well, I
your grey features now, which have suddenly just appeared. What would you say, Amber? Does he look about 50? He looks quite young now, I guess. Really, if he's been doing this
Yeah.
all his life.
50, you do say.
Oh, sorry.
very nice.
Did I forget the 100 before? No.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Last time I remember, I've always felt around middle-aged, although I have looked around very young at some points in my life. Yep, no idea.
Fair enough.
Can't remember how old I am, actually.
Mm.
Okay, so after all that commotion dies down, the Mad Maid carries on, but it's a relatively uneventful journey. So about an hour and a half later, you guys rock up once again to Argynvostholt. Yeah, do we still have the map of that floating out?
Awesome.
Right, okay. So. Whoa. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. 'Cause what we got here. Oh, look at that! We've still got a token of your old guard friend before he got brutally murdered and drained for his blood.
Oh, no.
Hi, friend. Aww.
Let's put you all out the front. Oh, the Sanarin. Where's Sanarin?
No, Sanarin.
Taken too soon.
Curiosity killed the Sanarin.
You need a bonus.
Care back a sec.
No worries. Okay, that's everyone. Do. Okay, everyone see okay on here?
Yep. just going to zoom in a little bit.
Oh.
Zoom
I just deleted some.
Just need to grab a drink for 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries. I'm quick. I'm a break, so I'm going to go use the toilet.
in. No worries.
Back in a sec.
Awesome. So, very much more of a interactive play at this point, rather than going straight in with battles and things like that. I'm pretty shocked that Ezmerelda has managed to get the Dragon Skull. That's obviously a big thing that we had been discussing before, and how on earth we're going to get there and cart the thing out. But to come back and find that she's got that whilst we kept Strahd otherwise occupied, as it were, that's a big help. Which hopefully means that we can get the fabled Sun Sword, which is, I think, if I bring up the Tome of Strahd, mentions
Hello.
about in there. Hang on, whereabouts was it? Where are we? Here we go, from the Tome of Strahd here. I'm sure it mentioned something about his brother and his sword. Here, but the sword, that cursed sword that Sergei bought. I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. So that looks like that's going to be a really powerful item to have against in the Battle of Strahd, as well as the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind, which I used previously. In fact, I need to recharge those spell slots because I used 5 of those against those shadows. I think they are going to be the 2 mighty weapons that we use. So
Aaron
that's
gone now,
quite
huh?
good.
I think everyone has.
I'm still here. I'm just recapping some things for the lovely viewers that are watching.
Uh-huh. Hi, viewers.
Hello. So that's why that is so important. But yes, they came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei, so it was his. Oh, hello, Andrew.
Back, sorry.
That sounded. Oh, Andrew, you are very.
Oh, you two are laggy.
Yes,
Oh God, yeah.
it's the actual Discord looks like it's gone nuts.
God, you've both turned into robots.
How's that?
That's a lot better.
There we go. Yeah, my voice connection dropped to red.
Yeah, mine was doing the same thing as well. It's like, ooh,
Must have had a server go down. That's all good.
all good.
Okay. So, you guys head along to Argenvost and once again, to some of you anyway, the first thing that greets you as you part through the mists on the road is a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite with a moss-covered statue of a dragon with its wings tucked close to its body, watching you. There's a picture of it.
Very nice. It's so
Can I see anything scribed on it? Oh.
It doesn't appear to be anything like that. It's it just stares towards the east, back towards the mansion.
Right. How did we get in last time? Did we just kind of rock up?
Did
The
we go
last time you guys went around,
side
went through the
entrance?
ruined buildings to the south side of it,
Yeah.
where you encountered some spiders.
Oh God, yeah.
And Ezmerelda, is that where she done her lightning
Indeed, yes.
magic that was awesome.
Mind you, we've got Mage Matey with us.
You do
this
have the
time.
Mad Mage with you
Up
this
with us.
time,
Do we want to just try and go through the front this time?
I think we searched it out, didn't we?
I think so.
Mostly, well, the ground floor anyway.
Yeah. I'm happy for us to just go straight through.
Okay.
Yep, I'll follow.
There you go. Let's wander up to the front door, which is
Where have we put the cart, by the way, guys? Are we going to just drop the cart off near the front
I was
door?
just say, do you want to just leave it here next to the statue?
Yeah.
Do any of us want to stay near this?
Well, yeah, because
Considering,
we need to tell them that we've got it.
yeah,
Are you
considering.
just going to leave it in the cart, or are you going to carry it with
Unless
you?
I was going to say, can a few of us carry it?
I think we can carry it with our strength, can't we?
Should be okay.
Yeah, Amber is certainly strong enough to heft it, but it's nearly as big as Amber, so you just see Amber
Can't
disappear
see
behind
where
this
it's
man. Yeah.
Hey,
Certainly going to get in the way if you have a fight. So
I'm a
Put it on my
dragon. Oh, Hammer's disappeared.
Just a walking skull with
so who's taking the lead? What's your marching order? Wants making it a scout ahead or something? Or...
Yeah, I think if me and Amber are going to carry this, then we'll have somebody else at the lead and somebody else
I'll tail.
tail.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go in the
Cool.
middle somewhere
Yeah,
there with the
the Man
skull.
Mage and Errol will flank you in the middle. Smegma sneaks off ahead. I haven't dragged the right token on for him.
Just for you guys, Sophie says hello from Manchester.
Hello.
Sophie.
Hello.
Okay. So, all of us. Yes, just going to do a quick stealth check.
Thank you for putting up with our craziness.
Indeed. Okay, so Smigma tries to dash up the stairs stealthily. As he gets to the door at the top here, suddenly hear the sound of grinding stone on stone. And Amber and Zendaya, you look over your shoulders upwards at the dragon statue. And the mouth opens and it breathes this massive cone of cold air that just blows over you as far as the door and seems to just make Smegma stumble for a second as he wasn't expecting it. But yeah, nothing else seems to happen. And Errol and the Mad Mage both exchange a look. And yeah, the Mad Mage just sort of mutters under his breath. So that was lucky. The looks like the trap that once was has lost its potency.
Ooh.
Oh, do you recognise what that should have been or what that was?
I suspect probably a cone of cold spell would have been painful.
Yeah, we didn't come through the front door last time, did we? So
No. I thought we left through the front door. Maybe I'd be wrong.
no, I don't believe we did. Do we want to continue entering through the front?
Well, at this point, Smegma's already opened the front door,
Okay.
He's gone.
which was not locked. Yeah.
Ignore my question. Smegma was done as usual and ran ahead.
So yeah, the door is open,
Shall we?
and as you guys climb the stairs at the front of the building, and it's the first time you've seen this particular bit, you can see clearly above the entrance is the word Argenbostholt carved into the lintel, and the wooden doors have knockers shaped like small dragons.
Cute.
So once inside, Again, this place feels like a king's tomb with a grand staircase at the far end opposite you, leading up to some stone balconies overlooking this foyer. There's a tall faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armour hanging on the staircase landing. Several sets of double doors lead from the foyer. You remember the two to the south lead to the area you encountered the giant spiders previously. And to the north, there was some rotten wine barrels where you met the Dusk Elf Savid, who'd been injured by some spiders, and encountered a fiery incarnation of seemingly the spirit of Argynvost, who beseeched you to help his followers. So you guys proceeding further in, I assume? Still
Yeah,
Smegma in the lead?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Smegma, did you want to keep an eye out for any potential traps after that?
Yeah. So making some perception checks. So one for and another 11. Good Lord, what's with 11 tonight? So as you guys get to about the midway point in this foyer, a great shadow with wings seems to move across the walls and over the floor, briefly interfering with your vision, and then seems to disappear into the darkness.
That was a shadow of sneezing, it sounds.
Yeah.
Sorry. Need to get her a soundproof tube or something.
Oh, don't be silly. Bless you.
Sorry.
Yeah, they say bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh dear. Okay, so
Um,
whereabouts are you folks heading?
Unless we want to just kind of call out sort of, is it Argynvost, the dragon bloke?
yes, that was Argynvost.
We've managed to retrieve your skull.
Okay, so as you call out, hello.
I'm sorry, I'm wearing it as armor pretty much at the moment.
We're not
So as you
puppets.
call out, through from the back room, three armored figures approach, stride through, and wander over to you, and you can see they're quite heavily armored. Although the chainmail they're wearing has seen much better days. One of them's got a broken longsword, whereas the other two look like they're more intact. And they just call out, "Halt! Who goes there?"
I'm trying to find their names that we had. Does somebody want to introduce themselves and explain that we've returned? Probably that'd be Amber, because
It is me. Who are you?
I can't find
I can't
Order of the
remember what
Silver
name
Dragon.
name.
Cool. I will say hello, Order of the Silver Dragon. It is I, Zendaya. We have returned with the dragon skull, of which we spoke of before. The skull of Lord Argynvost.
I think we spoke with your leader.
And they exchange a look. There's Godfrey, Sir Godfrey. He
That's one.
directed you to leave. Follow us, and they start heading up the stairs.
Is any one of those Vladimir? Or have we not
Did
met?
you ask him, or you haven't met Vladimir?
We haven't met, we've just been told of his name. Cool.
Yeah, you met Godfrey,
Yeah.
who
Head of the
directed
order.
you to. Yeah.
Who's
No,
Vladimir?
Godfrey is not the head of the order. Vladimir is the head of the order. Godfrey is like his right-hand man.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had undead head of the Order of the Silver Dragon was Sir Godfrey, and undead mighty warrior of the Order was Vladimir. Maybe I've got this the wrong way around. Oops. Thank you very much.
No worries. So follow them upstairs.
Yes,
Yep.
the best we can with a massive dragon skull.
Okay.
Bless
Right.
you.
Pleasure.
Someone set you off, bless you. Okay. So. You get to the right place. Okay, so they lead you upstairs through the second floor, and then up another flight of stairs onto the third floor. Now I just paste you all in here, looks like I can, sweet. And then I can just drag you all on here.
Silent cough.
Nice.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Okay, so at this point, yes, they lead you in here, and basically take up positions at either end of the corridor. They're standing guard, and wave you inside this room where you see a very fancy-looking but distinctly dead soldier. And I have a picture of him as he's sat on his throne. And one of them calls out, "You are now in the presence of Sir Vladimir Horngard, Lord of Argynvost Holt."
I think we should probably bow in respect or being courteous.
Yeah, no, we're very
we
honoured to
gonna-
meet you.
Are we going to try? We're not going to try and curtsy in our armour. I don't think that's going to work very well.
Quite
Clank,
impractical.
clank, clank. Yeah. So yes, so we'll.
Just nod my head.
So Vladimir clambers out of the throne he sat in, rests his hand in his massive two-handed sword, and just call out, "Who are you? What brings you to my castle?"
We are a bunch of adventurers who have been trying to put a stop to Strahd and his craziness. We came across Lord Godfrey before, who said you may be able to help us if we did something for you in return.
Okay, mention of Godfrey, Vladimir looks past you at one of the other revenants, says, "You, fetch Sir Godfrey now." He scurries off again to the north somewhere, and while he's waiting, he looks back at you all, says, "What is that you carry there?"
This is the skull of Lord Argynvost.
You dare desecrate the corpse of our lord, the head and founder of our order?
No, we've came here. We have actually spoken to a demonic form who we believe was Lord Argynvost himself.
You've called Lord Argynvost a demon?
Not a demon. It was a form that we didn't know. We only knew to use those words to describe it. And he has explained, and he pleaded us to try and save his knights as they're fallen into darkness, which we assume to be this world and darkness and despair that we're currently in. And Sir Godfrey mentioned about lighting the torch on the top of the building to free yourselves, as is the will of Lord Ardenbost.
You dare presume to know the will of Argenvost himself. He sort of just paces backwards and forwards, as if thinking, waiting. After a moment or two, Sir Godfrey trots up with one of the revenants that he was sent to, and he sort of forces his way through your group, nods to you all, looks, as soon as he lays eyes on the skull, sort of drops to one knee, says a small prayer, and then stands in front of Vladimir. Says, Vladimir, my old friend, we must let them restore the beacon. Our Lord's soul must be set free. We can resist Strahd. We must end him. And Vladimir just picks up his sword and hefts it somewhat. Says, Godfrey, we must maintain our vigil. Strahd must suffer for all time for his crimes. You know this. This is my command. And he sort of points the sword at Godfrey and then at all of you. That this is your last chance. Leave the skull and go.
Looking behind me, how many other guards are outside?
So you see there is one revenant there. Seems to be just standing guard. There's one in this room here, and there's one here. And I haven't actually given you a description of the room either. Really, so let me pull that up for you. So, main audience hall. So it's about 50 foot long, 30 foot wide, which is, as you can see from the way you've wandered in, is started to crumble and decay. So this doorway is now somewhat larger. There's a bit of a gaping hole. The walls have numerous weapons and shields, some still hanging, some fallen to the floor, and started to succumb to rust. There's the large wooden throne that Vladimir was sat upon, carved to resemble a dragon with unfolding wings. And there's 3 tall windows at the far end of the building. The armoured figure is... Yeah, I've already shown you the picture of Vladimir, didn't I? So, yeah, you can see him. He's heavily armoured, looks to be wearing some sort of plate mail with a particularly ornate and devastating-looking greatsword.
I'll say to Vladimir, do you not think that if we were to get rid of Strahd altogether, that he would go to a place worse than this place?
There is no place worse than this. This is hell.
And
He must suffer for all eternity.
But you are therefore bound here for all eternity also?
Yes, and I accept this fate willingly, as do those of my men. And Godfrey turns to look at you all. Indecision in his eyes.
So did we say that Argenvost had actually spoken to us?
We had a it was a demonic form, if you remember.
Not demonic, but fiery. You'd wonder if it was demonic.
Can I wanna try something.
Okay, what are you thinking?
So is this, just to confirm, is this skull we have, is it like their lord or something like that there?
Yes, basically. Their order was founded by a silver dragon.
Okay.
And this is the skull of said silver dragon that Strahd and his forces killed many years ago.
This is gonna probably fail. Okay. I kind of coughed. I can. What's his name? Vladimir. Nice to meet you. I've got a great potential in magic, and I can feel the forces. I can sense something coming from the skull. Am I okay to try and commune with it? I have a feeling it might be your lord trying to communicate through me.
As you're saying this, the Mad Mage sort of steps behind you and says, "Careful, little one." He looks a little, well, mad, and I would know. Vladimir's just watching you. He sort of lowers his point at the point of his sword towards you, as if waiting to see what you do.
I kind of edge a bit closer to the skull.
Okay.
Are
you still carrying the skull at the moment, Amber? Or have you placed it on the floor?
Put it on the floor in front of me, so it's probably around.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What I want to try and do is kind of pretend I'm trying to communicate with some kind of spirit there, but cast Major Image.
Okay. Do you want to click Major Image? That goes in the chat so I can read. Okay, that's a lot of text.
Just a small bit of reading.
Okay.
I want to cast kind of a major image of their save of this dragon, like a little, not obviously the whole to scale, but you know.
Okay.
Like an avatar, maybe make it look like it's coming out of the skull.
So not to scale, I would assume, as
no.
Just got a couple of feet long or something.
Yeah.
Include sound, smells, and temperature. Okay, yeah.
So I'm essentially trying to trick him.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And I can make it talk as well, I believe.
Okay, so what I will do is make a deception check with it.
This is where it goes horribly wrong.
I don't know, you've got a pretty good deception if I remember right. 11. Not the best, but... Okay, so you summon this small image of a silver dragon that phases out of the skull and steps forward.
Okay.
What do you make it say to Vladimir?
Well, first of all, I get my cloak of billowing going to make it all look very epic.
I like it.
So...
It's like, look, he is come.
Vladimir, it is I.
Oh, good lord.
What is
Go for it.
magic?
Do as good. Is it Godfrey?
Yeah.
Do as Godfrey suggests. We must end Strahd. You need to put aside your pitiful vendetta. His reign must end, and you will be free.
Okay, so... Oh my god. So Godfrey just drops to his hands and knees into a bow. It says, "My lord, it is true, your soul is still here." Vladimir is just gobsmacked and just lowers his sword, and it makes a hefty chink as the point it hits the floor, one of the floor tiles. Says, "Lord Argynvost, is it truly you?"
It is I. I don't have long here, but I must use what limited power I have through this puny gnome to tell you this. You must end Strahd's reign.
Oh, that's amazing.
I must do whatever it takes. This is my final command.
And then does he just disappear?
And then I make.
Can I, whilst he's doing this as well, are there any flames or anything nearby, or torches or something?
Oh,
No, it's in total darkness. But the image,
That's fine.
as part of the illusion, that can do, sound, smells, and temperature.
the sound, the voice is kind of like resonating very loudly. It's knocking around the whole room. It's booming.
I was going to use thaumaturgy to, like, as he fizzled away, make the flames like flicker as well. Just to...
That'd be amazing.
Well, you could do a bit of a light show with it, but yes, unfortunately, no torches in here unless you brought one up with you.
No, that's cool.
Cool.
And then he kind of just disappears after saying final command. Command.
It just echoes.
Yeah.
And Godfrey sits up again and looks at you all, and you can see there's tears in his eyes, and a smile on his face. Says, "You truly, truly are wonderful people." Vladimir is just shocked. Says, "This is remarkable. Go, light the beacon." And he collapses into the throne. Godfrey stands up and waves at you all to take the skull, and says, I will show you where to take it.
I pick it back up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vladimir.
Start wandering downstairs. Let me.
We've had a comment, by the way, which you guys might like, going, "Yes, go gnome, go!"
That's outstanding. Oh, I gotta love illusion spells, man. So
That was awesome,
Godfrey,
by the way, Joe. That was awesome.
very well done.
I'm so glad that worked.
Yeah, man. They rolled so badly. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So Godfrey leads you back downstairs all the way to the ground floor. And oh, hello. I think I've pasted you in twice. Where did that end up? Oh, no, I don't think it did paste. Okay, cool. And at this point, you've got an honor guard with the three revenants. They're following you, flanking you with Sir Godfrey. Who I misplaced his thing. There he is. Cool. So they lead you through to the little chapel where you encountered him previously. And they take you through to this courtyard. Which is an old cemetery, basically. It's got a light layer of fog in here. There's a 7-foot tall fence of wrought iron around the outskirts. And you see the mausoleum that Godfrey is leading you towards over here in the corner.
Have you moved this yet?
Sorry? I have. Oh, sorry, I've not moved the thing. Sorry.
And so I can't see anything
Oh,
except for
too many
where they were.
things. There we go. You're all down here. There we go. So Godfrey wanders over to the door of the mausoleum, and you can see there's tarnished silver-plated gargoyles shaped like dragon wormlings clung to the stone-tiled roof of the mausoleum. There's an 8-foot tall, 4-foot wide white marble door with the name Argynvost engraved in the door. So Godfrey pulls out a key, unlocks the door, and pushes, and the doors slide open easily. And you can see that the interior is dark and dusty, and that there are 4 empty alcoves with raised floors. And etched into the far wall appears to be some writing of some sort. Can any of you read Draconic?
Ooh, can I read Draconic?
No.
Oops, no, I didn't do that. That's what I can read, though. However, did I... Where is it? Oh, please tell me I did. No, I didn't choose it. No, I didn't prepare it instead. I could have had tongues, but it asked me for a small clay model of a ziggurat, which I didn't have, so I didn't choose it.
Gotcha. Okay, so none of you can make out what the actual writing says. So Godfrey steps inside and beckons you, Amber, with the skull to follow him in.
Okay.
As you step inside, you can see there's a little a bit in the centre, which he beckons you to drop one. Not drop, place gently the skull. Just throw it in,
I drop
crack,
it.
smash. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as you place it in the bottom there, there's begins to be a glow from the skull. Where are we? So yeah, once you've placed it, this glow begins to fill the room, and you see the brief outline of the spirit of the dragon of Argynvost, which takes shape into the glow, and then vanishes from sight into as the glow just becomes all consuming, and this bright light, the first sunlight you felt like you've seen in weeks, fills the room and continues up the height of the tower and blasts into the sky, into the clouds above, seems to repel the clouds as it passes through. And yeah, there above you, despite the wind and rain battering down, there is now this beacon of sunlight pouring down on this one spot of Barovia. And at this, yeah, from here, the short time you're stood here anyway, you have some bonuses to armor class and saving throws while you're in Barovia, while this beacon continues to shine.
Yay.
So you'll gain +1 to AC and saving throws. As long as you continue to oppose Strahd. And
that's only in Barovia. Oh, well,
yeah.
Sorry, we're in
Well,
Barovia,
yeah, basically,
so,
yeah.
Ignore me, yeah.
So I need to put out these guys' character sheets for them.
Whereabouts do I put this? Sorry.
So you should be able to bump your armor class up by 1
Oh yeah.
manually. Saving throws you'll have to remember to do yourself, I think, unless there is.
I'm going to leave my armor class as the magic +1 that I've not found until we identify why I've got 18.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll leave it as that.
So for the rest of you, for saving throws, if you hit the little cogwheel on your character sheet, top right, and then right in the middle of the page there's a bit for global saving throw modifier.
Sorry, where was that, Andrew?
So you hit the cogwheel, and then in the middle of that page you've got lots of stats and things. There's one right there in the middle, so in the middle column, second box down, there should be an option in there at the bottom for global saving throw modifier.
Gotcha, yeah. Just put 1 in there.
Yeah. And that should automatically take effect.
Nice.
Nice.
There you go. Do that with Smegma as well.
That's my...
Learned something new about the character sheet there as well. Look at that.
Indeed.
So at this stage, you turn around to look at Sir Godfrey and the other revenants, and they've just collapsed to the ground now. Godfrey with a smile on his face, but you can see now the light in his eyes has gone out, and they appear to be just lying there now dead.
Oh.
They've been freed.
Their watch is over.
Nice.
So yes,
We must, we need to go retrieve the sword.
Do we want to bury these guys?
Did we bury it? I guess...
I feel like Smegma would loot them.
Smegma's already tried, but they don't have much on them.
Okay.
So,
Let's
pretty
at
rusty
least
old weaponry.
Put them somewhere.
I'm just concerned that with this big ray of sunshine that we've now cast, as it were, I think that's going to have caught the attention of some people, perhaps.
True. Yeah. Where is this sword actually?
It would be where we've just came from. With,
Probably, yeah, with Vladimir. So if you guys wish to head back up, are you likely to try and investigate the rest of the place, or are you just going to loot his body and run?
Leave his body and run. I don't mind. What do we want to do, guys?
That'd probably be good to look around. Um, where did we come from, sorry? Ow.
You alright there?
We come
Yeah, just
from
whack my elbow.
Fall down a fire escape or something.
for tang, tang, tang.
Cool. So I can move the picture back to your to where you met Vladimir if you wish. If you want to start from there, because I guess that's your primary goal is finding the Sun Sword.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we can have a quick mooch around.
Cool. So you guys follow the way back up, and you pass the bodies of several of more of these revenants that have now passed on. I have once again closed notes for this floor. Why do I keep closing this door? Third floor. There we go. Quite good. So yeah, displace the audience hall. So yeah. So you see Vladimir has slumped in his chair, but does have a look of peace over his on his face, which was not there previously. The hate in his eyes seems to have passed on. His great sword is still there and looks pristine, which both Errol and the Mad Mage mark on is usually a sign of a magical weapon of some sort. And I assume you're going to just like pat through his pockets or anything like that.
Yeah, just a general.
Okay. So the first thing you do find is he has a holy symbol of the Morning Lord hidden under his plate armor or half plate armor, which appears to be made from platinum, worth approximately 250 gold. And you also find in his pocket, not his pocket, sorry, strapped to his back, in a scabbard which you hadn't seen previously, is the Sun Sword. So, if I can find the Sun Sword. Show you all the Sun Sword. So,
How did
it
we
doesn't.
not see that?
No, it's currently inert. It's just like
Okay.
almost like a blade made of glass at this
Okay.
point. It's not glowing,
That's awesome.
as it's just sat in the scabbard. So who's going to grab it?
It's a single-handed or a two-handed weapon?
It looks like a one-handed a long sword, but you can wield a long sword two-handed
Okay.
or one-handed.
I have no need for such weapons.
I would certainly like to hold the holy symbol of the Morning Lord, being my deity, and replace my rather sad-looking holy symbol that I had. Amber,
I was gonna say.
did you want the Sun Sword or?
Errol certainly looks at it, and the Mad Mage as well. This would make a fine weapon for a paladin. It's only one as noble as you.
Then it is done.
Go on then.
Cool.
Pressure.
So as you pick up the sword, Amber, you feel a sensation in your head, as if some being is trying to read your thoughts.
Oh god.
Do you wish to resist, or
Um,
are you going to go with it?
does the being seem evil to me?
Make an insight check.
Nice.
22.
Damn.
You get the very sense it's very good.
Okay.
Certainly seems to be no malicious intent.
I'll let it then.
Okay, so you relax your mind and let the presence in, and you feel this warm glow fill you, and a sense of almost like feeling pleased, satisfied that the person wielding it is good.
Yay!
And as it makes that connection with you, the blade begins to glow, almost like it contains a small shard of sunlight within the blade itself.
This is very cool.
So what I will do is pop a thing into your journal list.
Thank you.
So, but basically, it's a long sword, which you can use a bonus action to make the blade glow with radiant energy, or
Nice.
make the blade disappear again. While it exists, you can use it as a finesse weapon, but that's irrelevant for you. It's a +2 weapon, so +2 to your attack and damage rolls. We'll sort that out in a bit.
Yep.
And it deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage.
Cool.
And if you hit an undead with it, target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
It emits a constant bright light of 15-foot radius and dim light beyond that, and that light counts as sunlight,
Nice.
Nice.
which is pretty freaking huge against vampires and undead.
I've got a lightsaber.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Reminds me of
Vass.
the ye olde tales of the Wars of the Stars.
Little green men spinning,
Yeah.
Yes.
singing about seagulls, stopping it now.
Your cape and your spells earlier were amazing, but I think Amber's new lightsaber, I believe she called it, that's pretty awesome too, isn't it?
That's pretty amazing, yeah. Did you not see my cloak, though?
Your cloak is pretty fantastic.
Did not see
Thank you very
the, did not
much.
see the cloak.
You guys entertain me. Your magic is awesome.
I'm just glad nothing went wrong.
You haven't aged anymore. Only hours rather than years.
No, that's good. It's come back to normal. With the aging thing, just as a side question, is that permanent or
Yep.
is it? Well, okay. That's terrifying.
For the record, there are spells and other effects that can age characters, or in both
Oh.
directions,
Oh,
which you guys haven't encountered as yet. So some monsters can do it to you. It's like suck the life out of you essentially, and like take years off your life.
Shit.
Generally not a thing unless you've deliberately made yourself an older character.
Yeah, I guess it's not so bad for a gnome either, because I can live quite old.
Quite, yeah, exactly. So someone like a human might have more of a problem than a gnome or an elf.
What happens if they make you younger than your age and you just turn into a baby? Or
Become a toddler, then there will be problems for you.
You'll just start role playing as a toddler.
I suspect you might just die very quickly.
Probably.
Although I might just gloss over how we butchered the toddler with the dragon.
yeah,
That might get a bit dark very quickly.
very quickly. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know whoever wants to grab the greatsword, if anyone's got a use for it, but it is a +2 greatsword as well.
Nice.
I've got a great axe at the moment.
Do we want to just keep it as a backup somewhere?
Yeah, might prove useful.
I don't mind carrying it now. I've got rid of a load of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to carry that.
Cool.
Great sword, awesome.
Okay, so are you guys gonna spend some time tearing through this place looking for loot, or so it's time to press on?
Don't know if we're going to find much, to be fair.
It does look pretty ruined, like it was previously looted, probably by Strahd and Co. when they conquered the place many years ago.
I feel like we've made some good progress. We should probably keep going.
Yeah.
Although I think we'll be leaving it here tonight. So I'm
Okay.
absolutely knackered. And Lisa's not 100%. And yeah,
Lawrence has got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
indeed.
Cool. I'm happy
Um,
to. Yeah, if we guys wanna.
That's a good plot point, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So you now have the last piece of the puzzle.
Nice.
Strahd's nemesis in a weapon.
I did read the Tome of Strahd, and it did say that it was his brother Sergei's.
Yeah.
So, where I felt I was getting a bit confused with myself earlier, I wasn't. It was awesome. So I think, as you say, that's the last thing that we would come to look for, wasn't it? I believe,
It was.
at least from our tarot readings.
So we got the holy thing symbol.
The
thingy
holy
bob.
thing. Yeah. So we've got the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Yep.
We've got the Tome of Strahd, haven't we? Which
Yeah.
I'm sure it said was something that we desperately needed because it would give us an understanding in his history, wasn't it, basically? Yeah, where are we? Knowledge of the ancient will help you defeat your enemy. So its origins are documented within it. So perhaps we need to read that. Maybe
Yeah,
that gives
might
us
need
something.
another read.
It does mention that a stake will not kill him if we place it in stake into his heart. However, it will stop him from moving, for reference.
Ah, okay.
So we can pin him down and then.
Yeah, I
follow
feel
it.
Joe hasn't had a lot of these, has he? So, might be good to give him
Indeed, yeah, I can actually show you the Tome of Strahd if you want to show it to him. Might
Yeah,
be of
'cause I
interest to you, Joe. There you
Basically,
go.
the next thing is going to be the big bad.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to start exploring Castle Ravenloft, assuming you head straight there. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do first? I'll let
Where's
you guys have a think on that. Actually, that reminds me. For retrieving the Sun Sword, you'll just hit level 9.
no way? Oh man,
That's the
that's
last milestone for you all. Well, technically there was like 3 more, but you won't get a level up spawn.
Mhm.
And you'll never know what those objectives were.
No.
Right, I'm just trying to set up the Sun Sword for you here, Lise, on your character sheet.
Cool.
It's an unusual one. I think I was linked to the wrong item as well, because I'm an idiot.
Don't get anything at level 9. There.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Aw.
actually, no, I didn't get 2 third level spell slots.
Ah, 3rd level spells for you. Well, that's definitely something. Don't be knocking that.
Now I was looking at the other thing going, oh, it doesn't say anything under features, and then it's like, ah.
And proficiency bonus goes to +4 for myself. So have a check to
Yeah,
see.
for everyone, yeah.
Nice.
Where do I do this? Or how?
Ooh, I got a
Um,
5th level spell. Ha ha ha.
So, I don't think that'll work for the others, but for you, Joe, if you hit the little cogwheel again,
Oh, yeah.
and then scroll down, you've got that
Oh,
level,
of course,
plus
yeah, yeah,
character mancer thing, yeah.
Cool.
Unfortunately, I don't think it'll work for the others because their characters weren't created with the character mancer because that wasn't an option when we started.
Dun, dun,
So,
dun.
just find stats on longswords, 1d8 damage. So for versatile.
So I think
Ooh, I get level 5 as well. Sweet.
Oh, I did get a couple of oath spells actually.
Ooh.
Get Beacon of Hope and Dispel Magic.
Ooh, I've got loads. How do you accept the drop? Oh, there you go. You just drop it into there.
There we go. Okay.
That's not done any of those, is it?
Nice.
Cool.
There you go. One sun sword.
Thank you.
No problem.
How far? I'm trying to do the drop from the compendium,
Right.
and sometimes it drops and sometimes it. Maybe I just didn't go far enough.
Yeah, if you bring it over to your character sheet itself, it should start to pop a little box up on the character sheet, say you're doing something.
Yeah, I think I just didn't bring it over far enough.
Yeah. Is anyone rolling for the hit points, by the way?
Ooh, yes, I do like rolling for hit points.
Do you? You
Um,
maniac.
I rolled. I think I only done the first couple of levels, and I was like, I got a little bit of a buffer. I'll go rolling. I'll do it in just a second. Holy weapon. Insect plague. Got to read what all these are as well now. That's going to be the exciting part. Figuring out what I need to get.
Tell you what, this Beacon of Hope might gel quite well with some of your stuff, Aaron. It's concentration spell up to a minute. Spell bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range. For duration, each target has an advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Ooh.
Nice.
What was that, sorry?
Beacon of
It's a
Hope.
Beacon of Hope.
Beacon
Yes.
Bacon of Hope.
Gotcha, I'm with you, I'm with
of Hope.
you.
I have to make that a magical item. You find this rasher of bacon that has a holy aura.
The Beacon of Hope.
When you bite into it, releases the wonderful smell of bacon. And everyone gets the effect of Beacon of Hope. There we go.
So my
Magical items 101. Make random shit up.
so 1d8 plus my Constitution modifier. What's Constitution? You got 3. So 1d8 plus 3. Come on, high numbers. I've got the average, so I'm happy with that. 8.
You have level 5 spell slots, so you can actually cast full-blown Raise Dead now, Aaron, I believe. Assuming you have the reagents.
No, I don't seem to. Oh yes, Raise Dead. There we go. What does it need? A diamond worth at least 500 gold pieces. I do have 2 diamonds of 300 gold pieces each.
Yeah, they work for Revivify.
Yes, which is I think why I purchased
Don't
them.
think you may have encountered a diamond worth that much yet.
Oh, what for 500? No, I've got as I
Yeah.
got the 2, but
But I think as a life cleric, don't you gain that one automatically? That one, remember?
I'm
So
now
you don't have to-
I'm now looking to see. I've Mass Cure Wounds and Raise Dead are my life domain spells.
Nice.
So if I gain that through that, do I not need to have?
No, you still need the reagents if they get consumed by the spell.
Gotcha.
Then you need it each time.
But they are just sort of pre-prepared
Yeah.
at all times.
Yeah, as it's the main spell, so you get it automatically in your spell book, as it were.
Yeah.
Rogues get at level 9.
It says I can replace one spell. Can I? Is that just get rid of one and then choose another in the same level, or?
Yes, correct. You wish.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Lorenzo get? He does get something. Gets more sneak attack damage.
Nice.
Always the winner. Spiteful Manipulator. What's that do? He spends a minute outside of combat, observing or interacting with another creature, and learns certain info about its capabilities compared to yours. Basically, he'll figure out if the target is more intelligent than him, wiser, more charismatic, and any class levels they may have. Interesting. Also, figure out a creature's history or personality traits.
Do we not get feats or ability points?
Not for level 9, no.
Okay.
No. To be fair, though, level 5 spells are freaking mental, mate. So,
I chose Fast Step. That one seems pretty fun.
Ooh, maxed out on my health.
Way nice. Tank,
Nice.
tank, 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 tank.
you may need that.
Oh god.
So which one do you go for, Joe? Sorry, fast
Fast
step.
Step. Fast Step.
Oh, fast step.
Yes.
Fast step.
Basically, I think I just teleport as a bonus action every turn.
While you concentrate. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, I'm assuming you're thinking of replacing Dimension Door.
Nah, I'm gonna keep that as well.
Okay, because
I like the
kind of
idea
do
of it.
similar things, but yeah.
I mean, Fast Step seems more useful in combat. I think.
Yeah, bonus action because then you can still use your action to cast another spell.
Yeah, so I can just teleport around, shoot something, teleport, shoot.
Yeah, that's pretty mental. Pretty crazy, actually. Nice.
Maybe. Now I'll keep Dimension Door as well.
Well, have a think. Have a think.
Cool.
Feel free to look through.
Because I can teleport others with Dimension Door as
Yeah.
well. But actually, they have to be my size or smaller, so.
Yeah. I was wondering what some of the other ones are. Bigby's Hand. That's a classic.
Let's have a look.
Although I think that's a wizard one. I'm not sure sorcerers get access to that.
No, I don't think I saw that.
Cone of Cold isn't bad. There's quite a bit of damage.
Is this instead of? Oh, that's
That's
level 4.
5. Yeah. Tough because level 5 you get some really good spells. Real interesting ones in that level. Maybe summon Greater Demon. That's level 5.
See, Wall of Light would probably be useful.
Yep, possibly so. Concentration though, so that's always the risk.
Yeah.
You're forced to drop it.
Wow, I'm
Did
just
you say there's a way of dragging and dropping new stuff into your character sheet?
Spells, yes. So literally, if you find the spell under the compendium on the right, literally you should be able to just drag it onto your character sheet. Make sure you got the spells tab open just in case. Just move everyone on the landing.
Don't seem to be letting me do it.
No.
No.
So what's the spell you're trying to drag?
Trying to drag in Beacon of Hope.
Okay, let's have a look. Beacon of Hope. There we go. It's working for me. Weird.
Huh, how weird.
Do you want me to do the others while I'm here? Might make life easier.
Yeah, I think it was Dispel Magic was the other one.
Are they the only ones you get?
Yeah. Unless I can choose another couple of spells at level,
Remember,
third level.
so you have. Otherwise, you've got 2 level 3 spells. Don't get to increase your lay on hands capacity, by the way.
Yeah, I think I boosted that. Oh, so did I just get all the other third level spells and then I...
You get these on top, yeah, because they're not
Okay.
ones you traditionally get. So, yeah. So I need to bring up the Paladin spell list.
I've got immolation instead of fast step, I think.
Immolation.
Yeah, that seems really good. Just huge amounts of fire damage.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is Dispel Magic. Oh, have you got Revivify as well now? Assuming you prepare it.
right, I think I'm going to come off now anyway. I'm pretty tired, so.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Well, feel free to have a think. You've got until when? Oh yeah, when are we playing next? Next Friday? Good.
I can do next Friday, yeah.
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 Sounds good.
Awesome.
Alright, see you tomorrow then.
All right. See you tomorrow, Joe. Take it easy.
See ya. Bye.
See you later. Wow, I don't know what level 5 spell to take.
Well, remember you get access to them all, but yeah, you
yes,
can
it is. Which one to have
change
is
the rest.
prepared?
Yeah, have a think, man. Have a think. There's some real powerful ones.
Yeah, because how many are we allowed actually to have prepared at a time?
So I can
There's a
have
thing for paladins.
I can have one prepared, but I also have 2, which are the ones that are from my life domain as a cleric. But I can only use one, as it were.
Paladin spellcasting.
I didn't bring that one back up to 3 when we had a rest.
I think I can have... choose a number from paladin spells equal to your charisma modifier plus half your paladin level rounded down.
Yeah. So what's your charisma modifier plus half your paladin level? So your charisma modifier is 3 plus half your paladin level is
4.
this is hard.
rounded.
5, 4, 7. Half your paladin level rounded down.
Yeah.
So 9 hard. Yeah, 4. So 7. So you can have 7 paladin spells total prepared
Cool.
across all 3 levels. But obviously, you only have a certain amount of spell slots per level, so.
Cool.
Awesome, awesome.
Winner.
Winner, winner. I really enjoyed that tonight. That was absolutely fantastic. Thank you for that, Andrew. Thank you.
No worries.
Lisa.
Glad you enjoyed. Glad you enjoyed.
Joe's
That
spell
image,
was
major image, fucking
man.
spot on. Yeah,
That was amazing.
was all geared up for a massive fight, and then he disarmed it completely with that. Like, I can't even be mad. That was spot on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So things are gonna get interesting now.
Gonna get a bit hairy.
Possible the gloves are coming off. Like, were they on in the first place?
Indeed. Indeed. Awesome stuff. Well, thank you again.
No worries, guys. Thank you for coming. Been a pleasure.
Yes, we shall meet again on Friday.
Indeed, I shall leave it here as well. So, any questions, obviously, in the meantime, give me a shout. Otherwise, I
Thank
shall see you next week.
Cool.
you.
Cheers,
Awesome.
Ace. Rest up. Hope you feel better soon.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Fed
Gotcha.
up with it now.
Yeah, I bet. I had the worst ones when I get on the chest as well, because they linger for ages. Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Rest up.
Awesome.
Bye.
Catch you guys later.
See you later.
Awesome. So, wow, that was did not go how I expected tonight to go at all. The fact that we during our adventures to the Amber Temple, Ezmerelda was able to actually get the dragon skull for us, and just as our DM said just then, when we were trying to light the beacon, he was prepared for a massive fight, which I certainly thought that's the way it was going to go. He was not going to back down with us, effectively in his eyes freeing Strahd, and yeah, it was just that magic spell from Vass, as we've called him. That was just as a DM said, absolutely spot on. I can't believe it worked, especially we've been rolling sort of 1s and 2s, and then from natural 20s it's been going like this all evening, and thankfully the dice were in our favour this time, because I reckon that guy could have probably done a lot of damage, and he had his 3 guards outside as well, and not to mention that there could have been a fifth enemy, so to speak, at that time as well. So yeah, so that was pretty awesome. Sorry, Tom. If you've been watching the whole stream, then thank you very much. I appreciate you watching it. I am looking to be doing actually DMing my own campaign, and it's the Lost Mines of Phandelver. It's going to be on Roll20, so this is the same platform that we used to do it, and it looks like it's going to have to come a bit quicker than I first thought. I thought this campaign had a little bit more left in it, especially with us having to go retrieve the skull and things like that. Yes, I better get my act together, because it looks like I might be DMing more than or more soon than I thought I was going to have to. But Apex Legends or Fortnite, please. Can't afford to buy them. Oh dear, you're on a bit of a troll today, are we, Tom? Just out of interest, do you play either of them, and do you like them? Yes, so as you've heard, Friday is going to be the next D&D stream. We had been keeping to Fridays. Unfortunately, some of the party couldn't make tomorrow. Sadly, we didn't have Lawrence or Smegma, the character. He was not in today. He was going to arrive a little bit later, but as DM said, he couldn't make it, sadly. So I hope he approves of how we've been playing, and he can at least see the video if he wants to have the run through, which is all good. I've got the social media on the bottom of just underneath here, so you should be able to see the Twitter, the Instagram, and the YouTube. I need to upload last week's D&D onto YouTube. I forgot to do that over the weekend, just being so busy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. I haven't been streaming at the weekends or midweek. I started playing a little bit of the Orwell that I mentioned that I was going to be doing. I'm not sure how exciting that's going to be from a streaming perspective. Obviously, at the moment, I've explained before that I can't do the likes of Fortnite and Apex Legends and things like that, just due to the hardware that I'm running at the moment. It can play the games absolutely fine, that's not the problem, but then when it comes to rendering it and streaming it and pushing it out to Twitch, the CPU comes to a bit of a bottleneck, unfortunately. Just as I say, it's just the age of the machine. So rather than bore you or potentially bore you with the Orwell, I've been looking at some sort of like indie games to play. Sort of like, imagine on your Game Boy Pokemon top down, running up, down, left and right, and then getting into fights. A bit like Final Fantasy, the fighting, so it's turn based in that sense. They're the sort of games that I've been looking to do. I haven't found one as of yet at this time, but I'm still looking, primarily through Steam. Excuse me. But if you have any recommendations of games like that, anything that's not super CPU intensive. I also downloaded the Flame in the Flood, I think from Twitch Prime, if I recall. So I could also give that a go as well, which would be quite good. But yeah, I'm definitely, if anybody has any recommendations of games, that'd be most appreciated. But until then, as I say, I will keep on searching, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I will see whether or not I can find a game for Saturday. I can do a quick morning stream before I've got football. I might just give the Flame in the Flood a go, actually. So if you want to see the next stream, we'll go with Flame in the Flood, and we'll look, let's say 10 o'clock Saturday morning, and I'll do that for about an hour to an hour and a half or so, half 11. Then it gives me time to crack on and go to my football match. But if you've been with the stream all night, thank you ever so much. If you've been dropping in and out, again, really still appreciate all of that. I hope that you've enjoyed the stream, and I hope to see you guys on Saturday with the Flame in the Flood. Have a good rest of the evening, a great last day at work if you only work Monday to Friday, and yeah, look forward to the weekend, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.